Hello children, welcome to the class. I am Dakshayani, handling biology from Bharadasanath Metric Higher Secondary School, Arakonam. I hope children you all are fine and safe, and today we are going to see 11th standard botany second chapter. What is the name of the chapter children? Plant kingdom. Yes, very good. And in the plant kingdom, in this session, this is a part 2 and we are going to see the general characteristics of algae, right? So, first of all, algae we studied, right? In the previous class we discussed about the algae, that is the slippery nature of the terrace, and fully the water level is green in color, is occupied fully by algae. So, these are all some of the habitats, right? And now here we are going to discuss some of the general characteristic features of algae. So, algae are of many types and they differ in their form and structure. So, now let us discuss some of the different forms of algae, right? So, first one is Chlamydomonas. You all know about this children. Chlamydomonas, it is a algae, it is a unicellular, right? It possesses only one cell and mostly, and another one is a chlorella. Here the Chlamydomonas comes under the motile. What do you mean by motile? Motile means they can move from one place to another, moving, because with the help of this flagellum the Chlamydomonas can move from one place to another. And the another example is chlorella, right? Chlorella, and it is non-motile. What do you mean by non-motile? Non-motile means they cannot move from one place to another. So, two classes, right? One is motile and another one is a non-motile. And next, some of the algae occurs in groups. Groups we can say it as colonial. What we can say? Colonial. We say colony, right? Colonial means in groups. Colonial. So, Volvox, it is an algae which occurs in groups. So, colonial motile. Colonial motile. Chlamydomonas is solitary, is single and it is motile, but the Volvox move in groups. So, colonial motile. And Hydrodictyon. Hydrodictyon, they are colonial, they occur in groups like a net, right? But they do not move from one place to another. So, colonial, non-motile. Okay children, we discussed about the motile, non-motile, colonial motile and colonial non-motile. And next we are going to discuss about the Vaucheria. Vaucheria, it is an algae, and one important term is given in your book children, just underline it, siphonous. Siphonous. What do you mean by siphonous? Siphonous means tube-like structures. You can say this algae occurs in the form of a tube, right, and many buds arise from it, right. So, this tube-like structures we call it as siphonous. And Spirogyra, Spirogyra we can say it occurs in fragments but unbranched, right. Just this is a Spirogyra, it occurs in fragments like this, but they are not branched. So, Spirogyra comes under the category fragmented but unbranched. And now we are going to study about the example Cladophora, right. You just look at this algae children, it also occurs in fragments, right. This is one fragment, this is one fragment and this is one fragment, but we can see many branches arising from the fragments, right. See, this is one branch and this is the another branch, likewise many branches arises from the fragments. So, Cladophora is an example of algae fragmented and branched. And the another example algae, it is coleochaete. It appears in the disc shape, right. So, we can say it as a discoid. We can say it as a discoid, disc shaped, we say it as discoid. Next example is Fritzelia. Just pronounce it, children. Fritzelia, right? And this algae is an example of Heterotrichus. Heterotrichus. What do you mean by heterotrichus? Trichus refers to hair-like outgrowths, like, and hetero means different. So from a single, from this, there are many outgrowths appearing from a single structure. So this like structure we call it as Heterotrichus. Example is Fritzelia. Next one is Ulva, right? Ulva, it is an example for foliose algae. What do you mean by foliose? Foliage like a leaf-like structure. So this algae resembles like a leaf. So it comes under the category foliose, right, children? And the last algae is Laminaria. What is the name? Laminaria. And in your book they have given one word, just underline it, giant kelp. Giant kelp. Giant means very large in size, and kelp refers to the brown colored seaweed. Weed means what, children? Kalai chedi, right? We say it as a weed. So it is a giant kelp which we can see in the marine water bodies. It is large brown in color, right? And it is, when compared to other algae, they are very large in size. So example is Laminaria. And now let us discuss, we discussed about the different forms and structure. Now we are going to discuss some of the other features. In that first one is eukaryotic. What do you mean by eukaryotic, children? Eu means true, and karyo means nucleus. True means true nucleus. That is, so all the algae are eukaryotic except blue-green algae. Except, there is an exception, except blue-green algae. Exception is blue-green algae. And one more question, children. All algae are eukaryotic except blue-green algae. And next one, we are going to see the another character about the differentiation. Algae does not show any differentiation. So, no tissues are found. No tissue differentiation. That is only cell. Only the cellular level of organization is seen in the algae. So, there is no tissue differentiation. Right. And then next one we are going to discuss about the cell wall. Right. And the cell wall of the algae is made up of some substances. Example is cellulose, hemicellulose, and then some are made up of polysaccharides, and some cell walls are made of silica, and some are made of calcium carbonates, and some are made of calcium carbonate, and some algae are slimy due to the presence of the substance called algin, agar. So, it is an important 2 mark question, children. What are all? Write the cell wall composition of the algae. So, the cell wall is made of cellulose, hemicellulose, polysaccharides. Some are made of silica, we can say it as siliceous, and some are made of carbonate, we can say as calcareous, and algine and agar-agar. And now, since the algae are eukaryotic, they possess the membrane bound organelles. What do you mean by membrane bound, children? If this is a cell, just imagine this is a cell, the nucleus is covered by the nuclear membrane, the Golgi apparatus, it is also surrounded by the nuclear membrane, endoplasmic reticulum has a membrane, mitochondria also has a membrane. So, all the membrane bound organelles are found. So, what are all the membrane bound organelles? Nucleus, then Golgi apparatus or Golgi bodies, endoplasmic reticulum, ER, endoplasmic reticulum and mitochondria and mitochondria. So, all the membrane bound organelles are present. And pyrenoids. What are pyrenoids? It's a 2 mark question. What are pyrenoids? Pyrenoids are the proteinaceous substance. Pyrenoids are the proteinaceous substance, right? And what is their role? They are responsible of storage of starch. For example, I will show you where the pyrenoids are present. Just this is a Chlamydomonas. Just imagine this is a Chlamydomonas, and Chlamydomonas has a nucleus and it has a chloroplast. And inside the chloroplast, you can see a food storing granule called as pyrenoids. So, this is a pyrenoid, right? So, now vegetative methods. Algae reproduce by vegetative methods, asexual method and sexual method. So, first we are going to discuss about the vegetative methods. Example is Chlamydomonas. It divides by means of cell division. The organism reproduces by means of cell division. So, this they ask in 1 mark question, children. And vegetative methods, another example is Ulothrix. Ulothrix, which reproduces by producing the fragments. You see, children, right? It reproduces by means of fragments. And the next example is Spatularia. Spatularia, they reproduce by means of bulbils. Bulbils and chara. What is the name of this plant, children? It is a chara, right? They reproduce by means of producing these spores, right, children? And the last one, another mode of vegetative reproduction is by means of producing the akinates, right? So, this is a akinate. So, another method of vegetative reproduction is akinate. Okay, children, with this chapter comes to an end. We discussed about the general characteristic features of algae. So, with this we have attached the study material, assessment and question bank for this lesson. Go through it and make sure how far you understood the topic. Thank you, children.